Hi, everybody. Welcome to Black Spring on your Saturday. Hope everybody's doing well. And it is a long weekend. At that. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. Shout out to DJ Vision Barnett. It's been a lifetime. How are you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Shout out to Chrysler Imperial H. How are you? Are you hanging in there on this Saturday? Thanks so much for everybody for coming in. Shout out to Chaos Cutthroat. Thank you so much for coming in. See, we've got a few stories. Just kind of an overview of the week. It was kind of a wonky week, I'll say. We're going to go into a few stories. Let's see. We'll start out with something a little bit energetic, a little bit more energetic to get things kicked off. For starters, we might even do a protest. There was a protest in Los Angeles today, and there's slightly a bit of a connection there. So we'll talk about that and why there is a bit of a connection there. Let's see. We're going to talk about, of course, sanctuary city that was declared in the Central Valley area of Atwater. And of course, I think that might be a new something that might prevail or may continue to see those. We'll do a little bit of a definition or a general definition, or try to define what a sanctuary city is by business standards when we're talking about these lockdowns. We'll get a little bit, of course, into some of the swath of speeches that we've heard within the last 2 or 3 weeks. Especially, we've heard at least 2 this past week. Quite a bit. We won't stay on those too long. We'll keep it flexible because this is just a recap of the week. By now, you've heard some of these stories. If not, you're always welcome to hop on. I'm bulking up I'm revving up or shoring up the videos and the content these days, and it's nice to have everybody here. So, and also we might even get a chance to take a look at the White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany, and of course, I'd like to talk a little bit more about the Patreon page, and also there is a guest for next week. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on the platform. Shout out to Derek C. Williams. I really appreciate you for coming in. You're one of the hardest working men on YouTube. I have to say that. Big shout out to you. Big ups to you. Let's see. So you says, respect due to Black Spring. Watch me live from YouTube. Shout out again to everybody in the stream. Shout out to Chrysler Imperial H. Shout out to DJ Vision Barnett. Chrysler Imperial says, this is starting to make my stomach really turn. All these cities, they're making them sanctuary cities. Come on, we need to stop at the sanctuary stuff. Well, you're right. I don't think that's, why do we need sanctuary for something that already exists? There again, we've shout out to Derek C. Williams here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna be that strict with the format, but because I have some things kind of queued up, but I will drop the link in the stream if anybody wants to come on. But we will be in and out of these topics today. So also, please take a look at the community page. If you're able to come by on Tuesday, that'll be great. We will have go over there and check it out. It'll be we have Joe Collins is going to be here for the Brunch Stream News on. He will be here for Brunch Stream News on Tuesday, and you know, well, I don't want to get into it too much because we're gonna deal with materials on that day. I would like for him to talk about specific things, but just FYI, it's the 43rd district of California in which he's running for Congress. And I need to tell you, he's basically taking on the incumbent, which it's Maxine Waters, multiple term servant, if you will. I don't want to get into any specifics or any nuance on that, so we'll just hold on to that. Hold your peace, and I'm sure it'll be an interesting interview. So it'd be nice if you guys could come by on that. And once again, shout out to DJ Vision Barnett. Shout out to Chrysler Imperial Age. Shout out to Chaos Cutthroat. Shout out to Derek C. Williams. We have lots of amazing content creators. Yay, we got somebody here right now. How's it going, Derek?
Yes, ma'am. How you?
I'm hanging around. Hanging around.
All right. Yeah, first off, I want to thank you for contributing by way of donation and your good work as far as a moderator on my channel. Like I said, I left a message with you the other day. I will, well, first off, I will be joining your membership program or whatever it is you have on your page. And also I also wanted, I was trying to give you a little hint, but I may have worded it wrong. The Definition of Anarchy, and a few others, you are the first 10 members, because I cleaned up my channel a little bit. You, Definition of Anarchy, and a few others, you are on my featured channel, the listing there on YouTube. So as long as I'm on YouTube, you're there on YouTube. All right.
Thank you so much for that, for your endorsement, Derek.
Yeah.
I mean, you do a fine job, and you're always working, and you're always thinking, and that's more than admirable, is all I can say. I mean, you're getting it done.
Well, I try, but yeah, but I'm very impressed with you. I think you just on the ball. You just on the ball, and so I have a little bit. I'm coming up on 3,100 subscribers, and out of all of those, it's about 25 that really, all of them are good, and everyone has their purpose. But out of that, about maybe between 25 and 30 that really just like have me like, damn, that's how I want my channel to be. You're in that number, as far as I'm concerned.
Wow, I really appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment there. I really appreciate it.
I am extremely impressed with you. You just know your stuff, man. Bottom line, you just know. I mean, long story short, you're just smart, and I yield to that.
Well, Derek, I really appreciate it. I'm I'm a work in progress. I am, and I appreciate that.
Well, whatever work you progress and whatever you call it is good. Whatever you say.
Well, I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm saying that, like YouTube, I'm still kind of finding my way there, but I'm also backing things up because of what's going on. This whole thing with I mean, what we're coming up to with all the things that are going on, I think it's easy to get distracted. But here, yeah. I try to go back to whatever my baseline is. I always want to be true to, where I started on with this channel, and I want to stick with that. And there's, I've gotten a couple of copyright claims, but nothing's going to happen. But from this section, well, if you're not taking it down and I'm not monetized, I'm not going to remove the material. I just decided I'm not.
Well, I have a link on my page that I strongly suggest you look into. So on my homepage, it's a little banner, along with the Cash App called LBRY. If you really serious
Ah,
about your content, I would strongly, strongly upload all my stuff on that with the quickness.
okay.
Every YouTube video you do from that point after,
Uh-huh.
damn what damn what their tube says. Your videos are still up, and you can build a subscriber count, and actually you can even make a little money with this site. All
Wow.
right.
Well, I will
So it's
certainly look into it. I think I saw that today. It's on the corner there, and but I didn't
bingo.
click on it. I didn't click on
Well,
it.
you should. You should. It's a censorship free blockchain based
Okay.
platform. They do not censor. Whatever you put on there, if you upload stuff, it does not go away. YouTube can't do a damn thing about it. So I've been saying there too, because I had a video that was removed yet again earlier this week. So that's up to I'll be on YouTube. I know what my about section says, but that's incorrect. I didn't make my first video until July 18th of 2018. It says I've been on YouTube since 2014. Actually, that's not true. I started watching YouTube videos when they first went live in 2005. So I've been on since the beginning. So
Okay.
I don't know. So I don't know where they got that with this 2014. That's not both of those are inaccurate. But at any rate, since I've been doing videos, there have been 12 videos to this will make number 12. But most recently, I've had like in the past 2 months, Rashid Buttar's video got taken down, Dr. Erickson's video got taken down. I did a video from this guy from Canada. His video got taken down, and I did the video last week where I said their tube, and it was Susan Wojcicki just simply saying that they was taking down video, and they took that video down. She
Wow.
went on she went on reliable sources with the Stelter dude, Brian Stelter, and she was saying that they were only going to have come on their platform authoritative sources. All I did was put that on the YouTube. That's all I did. I didn't add no commentary. I ain't had no music on it. And I got a copyright saying, well, not a copyright, but they said this is going to be removed from YouTube. I don't even appeal them because I still have the video because it was already backed up. So I don't even worry about that. I don't even worry about that.
Excellent.
And,
Well,
and
that
so and so my own little personal again, if they demonetize, they demonetize. They like I'm making a killing, and thank you again for your donation. And actually I would say going forward, Black Spring, if you wish to contribute, run through Cash App.
okay.
And just say, Derek, look, check Cash App. So if you want to do it like that, that's that. And I'm going to start telling everybody that going forward, because what it is that from here on forward, I am going to start putting in the hashtag there too. It's not YouTube. It's not for you and me. It's there. And so you're
Right.
going to start seeing on every video going forward, Susan Wojcicki. From every video going forward, you're going to start seeing me put the hashtag in the lockdown, hashtag there too, because there's no reason for them to take down a video of her saying that they're going to take down video if the sources are not authoritative. In other words, if you want to talk about this pandemic, this plague or whatever, you have to make sure that it comes through the NIH, the CDC, the World Health Organization, the Mayo Clinic, all of these people, things like that. Grady Medical down in Atlanta, people like that. But if you mention Dr. Edward Group, if you mention Dr. Rashid Buttar or Sherry Tenpenny or Dr. Joseph Mercola, any of these heavyweights that have real information, you'll run the risk of having your video taken. And in Dr. In the Health Ranger's case, he was not only deplatformed and demonetized, but he just got blacklisted on Facebook and Twitter. Why? Because he's just putting out information that can be easily vetted. And you got me saying it myself, my vetted source. You not touching Black Spring with Autumn, you, Snapzilla Gorilla. Ain't none of y'all touching Mike Adams. That boy bad. He's a bad dude. He is a bad dude. And What it is that I go and try to see if I can catch him on something. I can't catch him on nothing. The stuff he put out is the real deal. So that's
Well, I
pretty
really
much all I want
appreciate
to
it.
say.
I really appreciate everything that you're doing. And, I'm trying to, I would like to, I want to build and be a part of YouTube, but there's gonna be some clashes. I'm not gonna not say what I need to say, and
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
already not monetized. So, but I don't have any strikes or anything, but every now and then they're getting, oh well, this is you took this, and there's a
Yeah.
problem with that, and so whatever they want to do. But it takes time to put things together, and for them to just undo it and dismiss it. It's like I'm crediting the source where I got it from in the box. I'm not saying this is my footage. No, I haven't done that on any videos. But they want to control the narrative, and anything you say is, if it's not with what they want you to say, it's not news, disinformation or misinformation. I
Mhm. Well,
subjectivity.
if what you're saying is true, Black Spring with Autumn, if what you're saying is true, by definition, then we don't live in a free society. Now, you can make the argument on the back end, and that's the reason why I say there too. I did not construct it. YouTube was
Mhm.
made by 3 former PayPal employees. Okay,
Mhm.
Chad Hurley, Jaweed Kareem, and Chad Hurley, Kareem, and I cannot think of the other dude's name, but it was started out basically as a love connection website, and they also wanted to put up videos. Well, one of the Steve Chin, I think is his name is. He was frustrated over the fact that when the Indian tsunami of 2004 took place, there were no videos of it. And also when you had the wardrobe malfunction of Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake, they didn't see any video. And so they decided, between the 3 of them, they say, well, like, yo, okay, we want to try to make this a dating site because we not finding any. I guess eHarmony wasn't good enough for them. All right. So what they said was like, well, yo, we're going to build a platform where everybody can put up anything. And so they put up everything. They put up everything short of outright murder, but they have had videos on there because I've seen them. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that about YouTube. I'm not gonna go that far because I've seen videos where people have been thrown off of buildings in Iraq because they would claim to be gay. I've seen videos like that on
Mhm.
YouTube and actually beheadings and things like that. So I'm not gonna say that would be wrong because I can't confirm that. But what I can confirm is that they did have a lot of sexual stuff on YouTube early on. I saw, again, this is not graphic, but it's grown folk stuff. One of the first videos I ever saw on YouTube was a guy. He was actually having sex, and he was freestyling. He was actually rhyming. He was rhyming to a beat and actually giving his all to this female. I loved YouTube back then. It was free. It was wild. It was the wild, wild west. And then sometime after 2006, when Google bought it, Google tells you to don't be evil. YouTube's banner initially said broadcast yourself. Both of those phrases went away.
I
So if
remember that. I remember
so
that.
if you're under if you like because my daughter was born in 2004, so she wouldn't know about the banner. It's only because I told her about the banner. She was born in 2004. They went live Valentine's Day of 2005. Okay. And so that banner originally said YouTube broadcast yourself. But after
Wow.
but after Google bought it, that went away. Google is known for say Google, don't be evil. That went away. All right. And so now Susan Wojcicki, whose sister Ann Wojcicki is co-founder of 23andMe. So they got the ancestry thing on lock. And I think she's 46 years old and about $4 or $5 billion of her net worth or something like that. She rich. All right. But they started out with a long story short, because I know I'm long-winded. The thing is that they started out with good intentions. They both of these. Well, I can't say so much about Google, but I do know that YouTube started out with good intentions. But there's also a famous picture of Zuckerberg, the guy Eric Schmidt, um, Mark Zuckerberg, Eric Schmidt, and a whole bunch of other tech giants in a secret meeting. I forgot where they had this at, but you start seeing the wheels turn a little bit after whatever this meeting was, because you see Obama and all them raising their glasses and laughing and stuff like that, you know. And so just in closing, we can't even put up our own videos in our own way, yet they tell you in the creator studios, you know, feel free, have at it, this, that, and the third. In fact, real quick, and I'll say this, and I promise I'm out. Yeah. Susan Wojcicki just as said not 2 months ago, if you want to put up information that mirrored or gave some supplement to the news that came out with regards to this virus, that was all right. You wasn't getting deplatformed, you wasn't getting demonetized. And then they changed up. I read it on I read the whole press release in its entirety on a live I did from a couple of months ago. She actually said that in the press release, we ain't gonna bother you. And now they're taking videos down left and right. So,
well, I mean, I appreciate it. Well, you know, I'm going to tell you what they actually, you know, to me, I think that they're in violation. I think it's more of like a Fourth Amendment violation. They actually went in. I think they went into one of my videos and took the information out without even consulting me. I mean, I'm saying I open, you know, if it's edited and all I see is it opening up to my face when I know I opened that video with the video, what happened to the material? You know, you access something without my permission. So what are you doing with my rights?
There too, like I said, there too. But see, like again, you can make the case that it's a private company. I understand that, but that was not their initial. It's a free. It's a private company that opened its doors for all to speak their truth. So I'm not gonna go so, because I did kind of jump ahead of myself. I'm saying that a private company is engaged in censorship. I guess you could make that argument too, but like I said, is more properly called there too. It really is. That's why they went up in. That's the reason why they went up in on your page, on their page, took your information and hit you for it.
Well, here, and I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was, I'm not sure if you, I think you watched quite a few of my videos, I take no arrogance in that, in addressing that. But I'm saying that, you know, it's so basically it was Nancy Pelosi doing her whole, you know, exposing her refrigerator, her freezer full of ice cream. It's that commercial, and like they snatched it. I'm just thinking, well, if it's what she made, that's the thing about that party that I cannot, when somebody uses their own material or their own words against them, it's just like, you can see you watch their heads explode. Right. But these were your actions. Am I lying? Is that not you? Is that not you? I mean, if you hit, it's like they don't expect you. Oh, how dare you say what I said? But you know, it's,
well, you supposed to. I mean, it would. We actually, in a way, we're journalists that don't get David Muir money. We're journalists that don't get the money that Anderson Cooper get, and doing a better job. Starting with Black Spring with Autumn, that's actually doing a better job and actually more forthright with more information than Anderson Cooper, whether he's willing to do it or he loves misinforming the people. Same thing with the Chris Cuomo boy. You know, all of them. So in a way, we're sort of like journalists that are actually engaging in journalism. That's a beautiful thing, you know. So
well, I agree with you, and that's the thing, that they don't want. Like I said, for one, I could. They don't want to go on record. I can imagine Wojcicki. and I've heard of something about that particular figure, and I might send you. We'll talk about that. I've heard that name come up in something else recently, but I'm saying just generally, you know, they don't want to give us any credibility because I'm not a card carrying, you know, I went to journalism university, but then one of the biggest stories before this pandemic broke, it was broken by a YouTuber.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And they don't want to get, but they don't want to give any credit here. They just want to say it's disinformation. But then one of your biggest stories, your most recent stories, was broken by a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm. Doing a better job, you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I totally, but like I said, as you can see, you're on my list as well. When I made a list of when I've made channels, I put your channel on mine, and you know, I think I recognize, you know, those that speak to me, you know, and I'm going to be a supporter. I will support as long as I'm around. So, you know,
same here.
So yes, yeah, I really appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know, maybe you'll be around. I don't know if you'll be around on Tuesday. I do have an interview on Tuesday. So looking forward to that. So I do a lot of my own, you know, commentary on here, but I'd like, you know, get some real time, get somebody that's in the trenches that's kind of working with some of the things that are going on, because there's a lot to lose. You know, it's not going to be built. We didn't get to this point overnight, and it's not going to be turned overnight. You know, this freedom thing.
Yes, ma'am.
It's getting, you know, slicing more and more off all the time.
Yeah. Okay. You know. Yes, ma'am. Well, I definitely will. Well, I have your notifications on, so every time you go live or if you drop a video, I already know. So I would definitely I definitely will pop through, and just again, you know, I respect everything you do, and I want to thank you for joining my membership program and being a damn good moderator, and thank you for having me on your platform.
Absolutely, Derek. Anytime, and I will be around. And what I'll do is, I will go on to your about section, and I'll grab your email and send you some information, and just, you know, just kind of just check in with you and circle back with you on anything, you know, from there.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, look. All right. Well, thank you, and you take care. I'm gonna have you run. I'll be popping in. You know, every now and again.
I appreciate it, Derek. Thank you. Have a great weekend and a great birthday.
Thank you. All right. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Shout out to Derek C. Williams. Derek is a great supporter of this channel, and he's a great content creator, and I think you guys should definitely get over to his page and look around, check him out. That's Derek C. Williams. You can find his name in some of the stream already. For anybody that's still here, if anybody that's lurking in the shadows, I just want to say shout out to everybody for coming in. But definitely we have great content creators that are here, that come through here regularly, or they're here all the time and they're supporting all the time. You know, you can support. There's many ways to support. You know, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the Patreon program. That program, it kicked off last week, but of course there's plenty of room that I'm going to be expanding the program. And thank you so much, Derek C. Williams. Appreciate you. And shout out to Chrysler Imperial H. Yeah, so there's you know, that program, I'm going to be offering some things, you know, some things that I cannot offer here, that I think that my risk of offering, you know, I think I'll have some more freedoms there. I'm also on Brighteon. Brighteon also offers, I'm an affiliate with Brighteon, and they have some of your prepper type items. You know, if you're interested in prepping, I mean, some people have their own methods of prepping, whether they be old school, new school, freeze dried, you know, septic tank driven from the ground below, whatever. You can go over to Brighteon, and if you see something there that you like that would be helpful, you know, you can get them there. I mean, like if you're now speaking, shout out to Derek C. Williams on this fact. If you're someone that's looking for, Derek is someone that's taught me some things about specifics and the uses for the colloidal silver. And I know that Brighteon has, we've been a little bit low on inventory, but if you're looking for natural, whether it's a supplement or whether preventative natural oils or prepper series type things, or clothing, or just they have a variety of products there, and I think they're very high quality products that you can get from there. I need to send maybe a note to them and say, hey, can you guys restock? I mean, they at one point, you know, if you were doing a mask, if you wanted mask, you could get those. You could get those on Brighteon. But there again, you know, that's just another way, an extension of supporting the channel. It's, you know, Brighteon, and then Patreon. There's going to be exclusive things on Patreon. I can see that it's coming in the very near future. I'm always going to keep this channel going. This is the base channel, but I just thought I'd let you know that there are memberships available, and that you are, you know, your loyalty here is valued either way. But I think there's enough variety there that, you know, if you are interested, then you might find something that fits, you know, that you might justify, or, you know, and that's if you want to. But, and then the playlist of the week program, I will say I'm going to do that for probably maybe another week or two, but I may not do it as much as things are kind of picking up on the Patreon page. But it's a good thing to do. I'd like to keep something going here, but also, you know, it's time, it's energy, and, you know, getting more guests, you know, requires a little bit more out of me. So anything nominal from you guys is great for the support of the channel. So that's it. So check out the community tab. The community tab is not just for memberships. It's for announcements. It's for updates. It's for guests that are going to be on this channel. If there's any type of membership drive or any specials that I'm running from Patreon, you'll find those over there as well. So shout out to everybody again. Shout out again to everybody. If you didn't know that my last guest was Derek C. Williams, he just did a fantastic live. Derek goes live. So if you haven't been on to Derek's channel, if you haven't been to Derek's live, you'll find a wealth of information. And, you know, he's well informed, and he's on the dime with his content. So shout out to you again, Derek C. Williams. Shout out to thank you so much. Shout out to Chrysler Imperial H, my moderator and a great supporter of this channel as well. He does a fantastic job here. He's always supporting, and he's always, you know, he's got great content on his channel as well. So you want to get to know Chrysler Imperial H. And just for the interest, you know, I always want to, you know, shout out my loyal subscribers and listeners. Actually, that's another thing that I'm going to be including. I'm going to be including some podcast. There's a section over, there will be podcasts coming up, or podcast available. And that'll be something else that you can, you know, if you don't have time to watch or whatever, those are some things that you might be able to catch. In fact, I think I will go live tomorrow. I might have some real-time news for you guys tomorrow. Shout out to Old School Wolf Media. How you doing, Wes? Nice to see ya. Shout out to Brad the Guitarist Addict. You know, I get those teas. The older I get, the teas are a little bit more. I don't know what that is. I've been playing the flute for 28 years. So maybe that's it. I've changed a lot. Changed a lot, a little bit of my little jawline here. Things are a little bit different, but I will get the guitarist addict better by and by. Shout out again to my moderator, Chrysler Imperial H. And let's see, we had somebody else. DJ Vision Barnett. If you're still here, DJ Vision Barnett, I really appreciate it. Anybody that's still hanging around at this point. We're just kind of getting started. You know, we've got some, it's just generally a recap. You know, these are not, this is not new news that I'm reporting there. But I got to tell you, there's enough news out there that you couldn't, I mean, you'd have to, you know, if you have notifications on your phone or whatever, whoever your sources are, then you will never rest, because there's just so many stories that are out there. And then there's stories that are, every single story, you know, is not, you know, I don't think, what can I say? This might be some down home talking or phrasing. You know, you want to chew the meat and spit out the fat. And that's what my intention is to do on here. That's not very, you know, that's not really ladylike or whatever, but I want to chew up the good things and let the rest go. So I'm not reporting on every single thing, but there's just some elements that are neglected, and, you know, for whatever the socio-emotional, or the snowflakes, or whatever you call them these days, they can't handle it, or they don't want it in the mix. Who's there?
Hello.
Hi, old school. How you doing on this Saturday?
You know, it was a very lazy. It was so lazy that I kept forgetting. I kept feeling like I was forgetting to do things, but I'm just always such a busy person that I didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah. So you checked all your boxes and.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good. So yeah, we're just hanging out here, and just, I mean, we talked a little bit about, you know, some of the censorship, you know, on the platform or whatever. But I knew it was coming, and I can expect more. I mean, I think we can all expect more. You know, the more I don't want to project anything, but I've even heard people say, "Oh, the closer we get to the election, you know, they're gonna get gripped. The grips are gonna get even tighter." You know. So
they are doing their darndest to do that.
So I'm, you know, of course, looking for ways to back things up. But then the thing about it is, the way that I'm actually recording these videos, they're automatically on my, they're on the machine. So I guess they can't totally erase, you know, the content. Just it comes off of the platform.
Yeah.
So in fact, I think my other platform on Brighteon, I think that Facebook has blacklisted Brighteon platform in an antitrust censorship tyranny. So I think they're trying to, you know, they say they support free speech over there. And so I guess we're going to duke it out, I guess. You know, I'll even read it. But I mean, I think it's something like with the Judy Mikovits, that video. I think they snatched it down.
Judy Mikovits, you're gonna have to remind me.
Okay, well, I'll send you here. I'll share it on here. But it's just that, you know, this is Facebook blacklist the free speech video platform Brighteon.com to silence military voices of pioneering women like Judy Mikovits. She was basically the one that was exposing Fauci and all of his, you know, and her.
Oh, okay. Now, yeah,
with him,
she made that short documentary called Plandemic.
Yes, and so yeah, I'll have to dig into it a little bit, but I guess whatever petitions or whatever I can sign up for. I haven't signed any petitions just yet, because I mean, there's so many, right? It's raining petitions, right?
You should take the Dr. Shiva petition.
I get tired of coming undone on here. Dr. Shiva.
Yeah, Dr. Shiva Ivaduri. He's speaking out. He's a MIT scientist. He has like 3 PhDs, both in electronics and health, and he's studied in Ayurvedic medicine. And he's actually, it's funny. Like the only thing I remember him from prior to now is that he hooked up with Franz Drescher. That was it.
Okay.
But he's actually on point with everything, and he's actually able to explain everything that everybody in the holistic movement. He's actually able to explain it scientifically, and he's pointing out how all the concept of vaccines are completely wrong.
Yikes!
So
well, I'm telling you, it's yeah. I will take if you have any links for that or any of that, I will take it down, write it down. I mean, I was actually able to be on a conference call a couple of weeks with Dr. Erickson. I think one of the doctors who talked about the insanity that's happened here in California with the numbers and the people that were coming in, people that came in that just wanted to be tested.
Mm-hmm.
And it just wasn't adding up, and he was talking about, how basically he went viral, but there's been so many doctors that have come out now. I'm losing track of who's who, and
all these doctors and nurses, a lot of them, they were duped. They were ready for the T virus. They were ready, and they were just. It's like that SpongeBob clip where he's just like, I'm ready, and then nothing happens. They start looking around. They're like, hey, I don't see bodies dropping, but I don't see any patients coming in either. So doctors are going out of business too.
Right. We got a couple of messages here. Let me start. I'm going backwards a little bit. Derek says, any and all things from Adams has been targeted. A planned demic that it is. And he says, a professor is coming out and saying how social distancing is the wrong approach. It's anti-human, for starters, to separate people.
Yeah, it's funny how professors are finally coming out to talk about this when the rest of us normal folk were like, duh, because we know how far a sneeze travels. Okay, you never, we do not walk out of our house into a sterile environment. Okay, we walk out into the freaking wild. If you ever want to go to a sterile environment, go to a computer chip factory. That is the most sterile environment on Earth, because they have to make sure foreign particles do not get into your microchips.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting. Well, I mean, it kind of makes me, when I think about that, it's like, I don't know if you like, I used to have where I remember somebody having a can of, was it 3M, where you spray in between, you could spray in between your keys or whatever. I didn't even do that. And my keyboard's not working as well because there's particles getting in there.
Maybe you should just get a new keyboard. I think everyone in your life would be happier with that.
Yeah, I just need, I was thinking about that. Like, some bizarre things have been happening, but I'm probably going to get another computer. This will be my backup. This was my first Mac, so I'll do something with it. It'll always be in the archives.
You use it to prop up the window. Finally do something useful with it.
Easy on my back. Easy on the back. But honestly, to me, it's heads and shoulders above what I had. I mean, I was using my iPad, and that was frustrating because certain things just don't work out on iPads. And but there again, you think it's an Apple product, and you're thinking, yeah, you're not any better off.
No.
You're an Android guy.
I'm all into Androids and PCs. I cannot stand Apple.
Well,
you never fully own your Apple products.
You're right. Yeah, well, my other phone, they were like, yeah, we'll give you $14 for your for your iPhone 6. Yeah, and I said, you know what, I'll keep it. I'm not gonna give it to you. right, Derek. Derek says, as a medical worker, it's embarrassing to see synchronized dance moves from medical workers. Can't be as bad as we've been led to believe.
Yeah,
You know,
so the TikTok videos. Yeah.
yeah. Does anybody? I think that would make me laugh if I saw one of those right now, because I saw them at the very beginning of this whole thing, but it seems like they've kind of cooled down. You know, have they been censored?
They got so much heat for that. I guarantee you, a lot of those people lost their jobs.
You think so? You think without a doubt they weren't keeping up the narrative very well?
Without a doubt. So notice we never really saw much about that on mainstream media. Sure as hell didn't see that on CNN.
No.
Because they did not. And I guarantee you, those people that got fired, nobody wanted to report on that. That was probably the most hush-hush thing since Area 51.
Well, I remember that Project Veritas thing where they talked about how they had employees just driving up and trying to make them look busy when they actually had when somebody showed up to interview or to verify, and so they kind of started getting tipped off. I think it's just sad. It's really sad what's going on. It's like, gosh, have we ever really been in control or knew what the heck's going on? Not sure.
Too many slaves serving their masters.
That's true. Well, I don't know. Speaking of masters, did you guys? This is pretty bad. Maybe a bad lead into that. But did you guys notice my my thumbnail for this?
Guess who's still here? Something like that.
Yeah. I guess who's still black. I mean, all I did do was wash my hair this morning. I realized. Yeah.
Oh, guess who's still? I thought that said back. Guess who's still black? I got it. Should have said, guess who's still black? P.S. F you, Joe Biden.
Well, yeah.
Dog-faced pony soldier.
Yeah, but and I did. What's it here? I'll bring this up. Let's get the share. Let the sharing
Maybe
begin.
it was a dance battle there, Derek C. Williams. Come on, be a little more optimistic. Did you not see Guardians of the Galaxy and the dance battle for the life of the galaxy? Come on, man. Thinking too small.
Okay, let's see. What do I have here? Okay, so we have a little bit of
staying alive.
Hey, that's a training tempo. About one. I won't say what I think the tempo is right this second. But get you on this just for a second. I just thought, well, hey, Biden. Here's the damage control to go with my blackness right now. So
Cory Booker just speaking out.
That was old. That's an old one, but see, they contradict themselves all the time. And we got something from Derek here. He says, I did a video on that Project Veritas story. Staging, testing, outrageous. So gross. Yeah, I might have to come back and watch that, Derek. I think I caught it, but I mean, I'm certainly, sometimes I'm going back into stories. He says, no, sir. They made us look like suckers dancing. Oh my God.
We should make a video that says, thank you for confirming that white people still can't dance, even though the fate of the universe is on the hinge. Yeah. Fate of all life. All
right, so I'm just gonna read this little tweet from Twitter. All right, it says Vice President Biden spent his career fighting alongside and for the African American community. He won his party's nomination by earning every vote and meeting people where they are. And that's exactly what he intends to do this November. Gag. So there's that. And then from the Trump War Room, text Trump to 88022 and get the ... Joe Biden destroyed the African American community, and let me bring you the man who says so. Spartacus
now is unveils
Booker.
his crime bill for a guy who helped be an architect of mass incarceration. This is an inadequate solution to what is a raging crisis in our country. And now he's unveiled his crime bill for a guy who helped be an architect of mass incarceration. This is an inadequate solution to what is a raging crisis.
Okay, so there you go. You got that. That's
got really bad echo. So what was Cory Booker saying?
He was saying that he was basically an author of the crime bill, and what he's proposing is inadequate to mitigate any of the damage.
Yes, more infighting. It's what we need. You know what? Cory Booker has just raised like a point and a half in my book there, in the Cory Booker book, simply because somebody's finally speaking out against Joe Biden.
Well, they were all victims when they didn't win. It was like, oh, we don't want another white man, and we can't have white people. The white man's bad. White man's bad. And all of a sudden, look what they ended up with. You guess what? You got a white man. Kamala was a victim. Cory was a victim. So now Kamala backs Joe Biden. Good job. Has she spoken out about this? Yeah, I haven't heard. They're just sweeping so much stuff under the rug about him. Like, what's happening with this Tara Reid situation? Is she gonna take him on, or what are they gonna do? Are they gonna act like that's not going on, or that didn't happen? I don't know. Let's see. But I've got, Kamala, kind of, they trashed each other during the primaries. Does anybody remember that?
Oh, horrible. She's like, you're so racist, you, with all your force busing.
I was that little girl. That's right. Yeah, so I'm going to bring up that little girl right about now. So yeah, I just don't know how are we that fickle in the memory? The mob is fickle. Ooh, who's knocking on the door? Somebody's knocking on the door. Ooh, guess who's here? It's the Definition. How you doing?
What's up, Snappyzilla?
What's going on?
We're hanging around. We're just chopping it up. And how's it going? Is it nice and warm? Are you things getting better around there? Are people waking up, or what's happening?
Once again, this is LA County, LA City. So not really. But I'm hearing we might be opening up by July 4th or whatever. They got to make some money, the city. So.
Oh, wow.
I see we're all in an uproar in the tizzy about the Left, Right, Dog and Pony show.
Yeah, it's like he can't talk about me like that.
Huh?
He can't talk. He can't call me. He can't tell me whether I'm black or not. He's not allowed to do that.
They have to keep us. This is absolute. You think that this was not orchestrated?
I do think it was planned. I think it was either it's going to one up Charlemagne, or it's going to keep Biden in the basement.
And you notice how Charlemagne did not budge. It did not bother him.
Back nothing. He just let him ramble.
Because Charlemagne is a psychopath. Number one, that's one thing we got to understand about Charlemagne. But this, so the Arbery case died down, so they had to come up with something else to keep this whole thing going.
Right.
Like I just look. So Old School Wolf, I know you're a staunch Republican, right?
I'm a Trump supporter. I'm not with any establishment. There was establishment on the right as well. They just retired.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so my question is, do you really think that the Democratic Party, do you think this is what they're going to roll out in a Democratic National Convention?
Do I really think they're going to support Joe Biden?
Yes.
I think Joe Biden is Plan S for senile.
Yeah,
I think they burned out. I know where you're going with this, but my stance is I think they've burned out so many plans in trying to fight Donald Trump. They scraped the bottom of the barrel. Then they found a secret compartment at the bottom of the barrel that was also empty. Then they just scratched out the bottom and went straight through. And that's where they found Joe Biden. So I think they are grasping at straws, trying to find anything that would be better than Joe Biden.
I think they already have it.
Who do you think they're gonna try and replace Joe Biden with?
Be somebody that don't need to campaign. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's gonna be somebody. Look, populists win elections. Okay, Trump was a populist, right? Because you said yourself, you're not a staunch Republican, right? Mm-hmm. He's a populist. He's a New York Democrat at heart, right? So it's gonna be somebody that don't need to campaign. So if they brought, let's say they brought, I don't think she'll do it, Michelle Obama, she wouldn't need a campaign. She'd get $18 million in one day. So, don't sleep on the Democrats right now. I think they're allowing him to look like a fool. They don't want to bring out the big guns yet. All right, because you heard what did the president of the National Democratic National Convention say? She said that they have not officially.
Who is that anyway? I don't know who it is anymore.
She has a weird name, but she said that they did not officially, or what do you call that when you elect, not elect, but what's that word? I don't know why I'm farting on it.
Vote?
No, not vote.
Nominee,
yeah.
Nominate.
They have not officially nominated
Joe Biden. So this is honest. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. They're going to have to. I honestly don't think Michelle Obama can, thread this needle. The thing is, how do you nominate someone that wasn't on any single primary ticket throughout the entire election season?
Well, the Democrats, they change things up as they go along.
Delegates.
Oh, yeah. That's how Joe Biden, Bloomberg was going to be their guy. I think I keep thinking this is a battle between global elites after Donald Trump destroyed it. Now global elites are fighting for their own power, and Bloomberg's like, I'm way richer than this guy. Of course I can buy it. Didn't work. He just wasted a lot of damn money.
Right? Or Cuomo. But he not because he screwed New York up big time. He's probably responsible for a lot of those deaths out there, allegedly. I'm going to say that. I'm not going to get you in trouble, Autumn. But he had COVID patients being set up in nursing homes.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened to that naval ship? What happened to all those?
You don't hear anything about that anymore.
The naval ship wasn't being used. They just left. They had like 15 patients. They're like, what the fuck is this? We were ready for war.
Why are they putting COVID patients in nursing homes? Why are they allowing people to be set up on ventilators that don't need to be, and they're using the wrong setting? Why? What's up with that?
It's called standard Democrat logic.
No, it's what it's called called eugenics. It's called New York is the testing ground for killing as many people as possible, and let's see if we can get away with it. Derek know where I'm coming from.
That's a deeper conspiracy theory that I'm willing to go in, but I do see the elements of truth there.
A lot of people don't want to go there, but I'm reading the writing on the wall.
See, the death rates are being inspected now when they're realizing that the reason why the death rates are so high is because everybody that died, they said, died of COVID.
Yeah.
But those are being reinspected right now saying, oh, well, this wasn't the cause. It was the lung cancer and probably the 2x4 in his head.
Right. And look what happened in Italy. Y'all hear about what happened in Italy? Where they said 80% of the people in Italy that they say died from COVID-19 did not die from COVID-19. 80%.
No, I have to look it up.
They died of generic old age.
Yeah. Italy is the oldest population in Europe right now. They had the hardest lockdown and had a great number of deaths. So come on.
Yes, honestly, they need to reevaluate and figure out how many people they just scared to death, because that's what's going on. Stress
and fear could compromise your immune system and have you succumb to all kinds of toxins. That's what I think makes you sick. Toxins.
Oh, yeah.
Toxins,
yeah.
Not necessarily viruses or bacteria, but toxins that the bacteria and viruses try to expel from your body. So it's like firemen. It's like blaming the firemen for the fire. That's how I feel about it. You blame the firemen for the fire. Oh yeah. You guys are here putting the fire out. Or y'all must have started the fire. Yeah.
Well, yeah, being stuck, being in a state where you're highly stressed and you're scared or something, that automatically depresses the immune system because the body is stuck in fight or flight, where it's thinking, I need this energy elsewhere. I need this energy in the fight. So it's not dedicating any energy to healing.
Nope.
So these people just scared themselves to death. And I've dealt with it here, especially with some of the elderly people. It was like a couple of months ago. I went to the Family Dollar, and some dude walks in with a mask, him and his wife, elderly couple. Mm-hmm. And he looked at me. He's like, man, if people don't start wearing masks, everyone's going to start dying. And his wife was behind him, just like rolling her eyes, like trying to not associate with him. I felt bad for the guy because he was terrified. Yeah. Eventually, he stormed out of the store without buying his shopping cart full of products because nobody was wearing masks, and he was yelling at the staff.
Right.
I feel bad.
Now he doesn't have the things he needs in case something happens, like a power outage or what do you guys have in Georgia? You guys don't have like earthquakes and nothing like that, right?
No, we have ticks. Lots of ticks.
And chiggers. And chiggers.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I was in basic training in Fort Benning. Oh my God, the chiggers. They didn't get me. They got a lot of people though. Those things are horrible.
Yeah.
All that stuff. That's probably the only thing you have to worry about out there. But yeah, I mean,
hang on real tight. I got a couple of comments here from Derek C. Williams. He says, all the medical workers are coming forward in opposition of the party line. Let me rephrase. Many medical workers are coming forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, because they can't hold. There's no way. And that's why I say, you know, my kids are silly. That's why I say, you know, people talk about conspiracy theories, right? The CIA came up with that term to discredit critical thinkers. And I go all the way down the rabbit. I go fight the Mad Hatter if I have to. You know what I mean? If I have to go that far, shoot, because I'm not about to succumb to their silly tricks. And in New York, it's unfortunate. My sister lives in New York. She lives in Far Rockaway, and Far Rockaway was the hardest hit, right? So, you know, and I think she had it. She thinks she had it because she had upset stomach and she couldn't smell or taste anything for a little bit, but she never got tested. But she's okay now, you know. So whatever it was, it passed.
Yeah,
this thing's been around. We don't truly know who patient zero is. There's at least 380 trillion viruses in every single person individually. We don't know who patient zero truly was. So I kept saying it from the beginning. I'm like, this thing's already worldwide. People getting on flights every day. It's already worldwide, and lots of people around here.
Right. Well, you heard what Cuomo said. 4 million people came from Europe. Okay, baby. No. 4 million people. Just from December to February, 4 million people flew into New York from Europe and China and all that. So, and then they spread out from there. And you're talking about that study at USC, where they're saying that 12% of the population might actually already had COVID-19. We got 40 million people in this state. So,
well, I think I had it last year.
I mean, I had some type of flu-like symptoms. My immune system. My immune system. Huh?
They said I'll send you home. Well, the doctor said, well, I had it 2 weeks ago. We don't have anything for it. Just go home and get some rest.
Right.
He said, I had it 2 weeks ago.
What can you do? But yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy. But you know, I think that you guys somebody had a rally there today, and he's actually I think he's going to be on the show on Tuesday. So next Tuesday, Joe Collins.
Oh, okay. What was the rally for? They ran out of Key West?
I think they called it freedom. It was just a freedom rally. I don't know where they were. Did they go to Garcetti's house this time? I don't know. I actually have a video. What's that?
Didn't they go to Garcetti's house before?
I think they did, and I think they started deploying the guys, the cops, because I don't know if he was getting ready to come home or what, but I don't know what the. Come on, LA.
Garcetti.
Put down the kombucha.
Garcetti is straight up committing tyranny right now, straight up and down. There's no two ways about it. There are these medical experts, 600 doctors. Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm.
600 doctors sent a letter to I think Trump saying that, you know, this lockdown doesn't do anything. We need to open up the economy, or it's going to be a lot worse.
Yeah, because
So,
the
same
suicide rate
from the
are,
beginning. Death by altruism. More people die from economic collapse than any disease, and ironically, disease runs rampant in economically depressed areas.
Yeah, because no one. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true.
We're about to see a major uptick in cancers because of all these people that have been stuck in their houses, depressing their immune systems, not going to the doctor, and doctors' offices are going out of business because they haven't gotten any patients for 4 months now.
Layoffs.
It's already May. What the hell?
We got Mercy. We had Mercy over there in San Pedro. I think they had like 6 total patients.
what?
Yeah.
They were ready to fight the T virus.
Okay, hang on just a second. Derek C. Williams here. He says, I talk to the nurses every day and they're doing their job, but many are disillusioned. He says the conspiracy theorist is a person who questions known liars like government.
No,
It's a strange time to suddenly start trusting the government.
well, you never do that. I mean,
He says, and that's the thing. They will not talk about all the people who have recovered and all doom and gloom. This frightens the general public, a public that loves to be not be informed. Yeah, they don't
Boy.
they don't want to be informed.
No.
I mean,
they
actually,
want
I had a friend. His dad passed away like 2 days ago, and yeah, but see, he said he lost like 18 pounds in like 9 days. You know, he's during the quarantine. You know, he was losing like this much weight, and I mentioned something about the hydrochloroquine, and he was like, oh, well, there's Trump's taking that, and I'm like, I don't know, but I was like, can you just look into it? You know, like
Tell them, ask your doctor about it.
Just don't shut it down. Don't listen to the media. Just talk to the professionals about it. You know, but I'm not saying that was the end all be all for it, but I'm just saying, like, the hysteria, you know, but you got a lot of people that never really did anything, never really locked down at all. But the elderly people are, yeah, the town that he lives in, the mayor and his wife both have it.
Wait, where? Oh, really?
Yeah, my friend's dad, the town they live in, the mayor and his wife has it, and yeah, they had people at Walmart had it, and they were like not disclosing that they had it. So I said, oh, guess who all is going to Walmart? You know,
I don't step foot in no Walmart.
The fix is in. It's like you guys are trying to shut down these small businesses, but you let all of these guys stay open. You know what I mean?
Nonsense.
So I don't know. It's like we're all getting sacrificed on some level, you know. And then I'm hearing about this stimulus. Somebody told me something today. I'm going to have to look up. He was saying, well, there's going to be another stimulus, but it might come off of your Social Security. I'm like, oh, God.
Listen, Social Security is going to be gone. By the time you need it, it ain't going to be there.
We want our money right now. We want to pay out.
Social Security is going to need its own stimulus.
It's not going to be there regardless. Like, it was already out the window. Like, we've been well over what we were supposed to spend. Like, I think the government made $1 or $2 trillion off of the taxpayers last year. It's all gone already. Like, there's nothing left of it. Like, there's you ain't gonna see Social Security by the time you retire. By the time I retire, it's not gonna be there.
I'm not looking for it.
Yeah. No, you know what? I'm gonna get a farm, and my children are going to live on the farm, and then they're going to take care of me. We're gonna raise our own food and grow our own food and raise our own animals. And yeah,
the successful model for thousands of years.
Exactly, and that's why we're in the predicament we're in. With the federal government, this country is made up of 95% rural space, unoccupied, and they own all of it. And we're concentrated in these mega cities, right? That They want to turn into smart cities. Yeah, farming is the way to go. That's what I'm looking into right now. So I'm actually thinking about Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are one of the successful COVID states.
Yes. And South Dakota. South Dakota is as well. They never locked down.
South Dakota, they have
deaths.
They have like 10 people there.
Well, yeah, but
after the 17 deaths.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny. I've thought about South Dakota, like one of the Dakotas. I mean, I used to fly there. It's cold up there, but I
don't need my crops freezing. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm looking to, like farming, and then you just go to the farmers markets and sell your product and go home and live your life.
Yeah, that's good stuff. One of the videos I did in my prepper series, I was interviewing one of my neighbors. Actually, I was lucky to find him. He was working on his backyard micro farming, like simple ways to build up the soil and get things going, because it's not actually that. It takes work, but it's not actually that hard doing it correctly, using the right materials to build up your soil.
Yeah, I mean, it takes work, and I got plenty of kids that they're gonna be working.
There you go. You got to
deploy
the troops.
Crack it down. Come on, let's get outside and let's get this cracking.
I got a comment here from Derek C. Williams. He says, I relate a horrifying story about doctors and their, quote, care, quote, for patients. But I found out on Tuesday that to keep workers working it would behoove us to not disclose any illness currently ongoing.
Wait, like the illness that had nothing to do with COVID, like the comorbidities?
He says, so if you have symptoms but not fever, keep working.
Oh, the actual workers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keep up those TikTok videos.
Are you guys still allowed to go to the stores as essential places to go to? Are they doing your temperature when you go into stores in LA?
No, they're not.
That little gun.
They're not doing any of that. They're making you wear masks. And then in Trader Joe's, you got to walk one way.
So stupid. Those masks, you look at the warning labels on those masks. I was looking at the reusable mask today at Target. It doesn't protect you from anything. It even admits it on the back label. This does not prevent the spread of any disease or virus.
It doesn't. Just don't breathe in people's face. Don't spit in their face. Even what is it? The N95 mask, right? So they're designed to stop tuberculosis, and tuberculosis is a bacteria, and bacteria are like 1,000 times bigger than viruses. They're not equipped for that. What you need is a half mask, right, with those cartridges, and you need an exhale valve so that you're not breathing in your own CO2. And if you really want protection, you get a mask with an oxygen internal oxygen tank that gives you oxygen so that you're not breathing in your own CO2. That's really, if you really want protection from outside contaminants.
No, actually on the cheaper side, if you get you just get a lighter and some WD-40 and just go psh, psh, and sterilize the air as you're walking through.
Right. Or sage if you want to go natural. If you want
that actually is a real thing. Yeah.
And it keeps mosquitoes away. If you burn some sage.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I didn't think about the mosquitoes.
I'm telling you, my brother. Now, amazingly, we have mosquitoes in LA now. Day biting mosquitoes. From the
plague, from the home crisisness.
Vector control. So, Vector control released a bunch of so-called sterile mosquitoes. I think they still drop them, but yeah, we have day bite. Usually, we have just night biting mosquitoes, and they may not even bite a human being. They might just bite animals, and they stay like in the trees. They fly high, but now we have the low flying, like the Georgia type mosquitoes, like the tropical mosquitoes, the 80s. we have those now. And then my brother had a whole bunch of mosquitoes in his back house at his house. So I burned some sage. I went into that house, and all those mosquitoes got out of there. They do not like sage burning at all. And you burn sage, it'll clear all the toxins out of the air and all that stuff. So get some sage.
I'll do that, man.
Writing that down.
Mosquitoes around here get so bad. They will travel far away from the water to find their prey.
They will.
Okay, I have another update here.
Yeah, Derek did tell me a story about it's pretty sad what these people are doing in these hospitals.
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick, the stuff that's coming out. Okay, so he says, yes, we received internal emails saying that if you have any symptoms regarding the quote virus, get tested, but that information is in our hospital's best interest to keep that quiet.
So they don't want people to know that the workers are getting infected. So yeah, Derek, you get some dry sage.
So where can I just get that like Dixie line or something, or just or
out there in California, there's all kinds of hippy dippy shops.
Oh yeah,
hippy dippy.
You just go to Google it.
Whole Foods.
I go to there's a place down the street from where I am. It's called Taj Mahal. They have all kind of sage.
So maybe even Sprouts might have it. Sprouts, you might.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
But just make sure windows are open, and you just walk around and you burn it. It's intense, but it'll clear things out.
Yeah, I never thought to use that on mosquitoes. I used it on my ex-wife though.
I heard that's about those spirits balancing vibrations and evil.
Dark when she was finally removed from the home, I saged the house.
Yeah. You know, you do that when you move into new spots too. You sage the house. You clear it out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The indigenous people do it all. I mean, that's how they clear out spirits and bad energy and all that stuff. But it has a lot of uses.
Derek says thank you, Snapzilla.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's good info. Good info. I mean, I don't know. I maybe they'll help with the fruit flies. I'm like, I threw out the bag of oranges and that.
Any insects, they do not like sage smoke. You probably use it against a wasp nest, but I wouldn't recommend that. Don't do that.
What about murder hornets?
Murder hornets? Oh, all two of them? Just get a baseball bat.
Oh yeah, good luck with that.
Get a baseball. They're big enough. You have some fun.
You're gonna get somebody killed.
No, that parody. But no, I don't know about those murder hornets, man. I saw this guy. He was talking about that and how they're like blown out of proportion. Like they found like one dead hornet, and now in Washington they have people out there looking into it, making sure if they find nests, they're destroying them.
Yeah. 1 second. Okay. Derek says, shout out, respect, due. I will step aside to handle some business. Thank you for attending my live. Okay, cool, Derek. We'll see you around. Please come back. You always have a place here on Black Spring.
Peace out, Derek. Derek did it live?
Yeah, he was on like an hour before I came on.
Oh, man.
Bye, Derek.
Shout out to the definition and to the other panelists. Old school, a.k.a. I always say old school. I don't like to say people's names. I'll say my name, but people's real names.
I'm okay with it.
It was Wesley. So yeah, but crazy times. But I'll try to keep it going here. Bring some more people on and say what the heck's going on. I don't know. I do think that Maxine Waters needs to go. What are the chances she's going to go? I don't know.
Somebody needs to sneeze on her.
That's why we need.
What, Snapzilla?
I said that's why we need term limits.
I'm a little. I would be a little worried about term limits. Honestly, people need to start voting again. I think the one thing I would hope that both people on both sides of the argument could agree to is that Donald Trump forced people to, watch politics again. And hopefully we start seeing this trend of massive voter turnout.
And pollsters.
Right.
Vetted pollsters. Because what are they trying to do with this mail-in ballot? States are.
I hope not. Oh,
You
they're
see
in the
her?
house.
Okay,
No,
there we go.
house. I'm hearing my name being called. It's like, what?
Uh-oh.
I saw that look on your face.
Yeah. Always got to stay on point.
I'm glad you could come on and hopefully, things will hopefully maybe something can turn around in LA before July 4th. I mean, come on.
It's ridiculous.
Crazy.
Hopefully Garcetti gets voted out and somebody not as bad gets voted in.
There's something from Derek. It says, Snapzilla Gorilla, I spruced up my YouTube page. You're one of my, quote, featured channel, end quote, link. Utmost respect for you. Shout out to K-Bear and the children.
No doubt, Derek. Good looking out.
Nice palms on your street.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
I don't think they're indigenous to LA though.
You don't.
No.
Somebody needs to deport them then.
Yeah, they stole them from Florida.
Well, I got eucalyptus down here dying, and I think I need to get one of them removed. I mean, it's nice to smell them, when it's hot, but but the sap and everything, the stuff that's coming off of them is a mess. So
maybe you try watering them.
I think one of them is too far gone, I got a couple of dead trees, but I don't know. It's kind of expensive to remove them.
Eucalyptus, that's one of those things you can trade, if the economy, poops out.
And eucalyptus,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good germicide. You mix it with some tea tree oil.
Mm-hmm.
Mix it up with some tea tree oil and some witch hazel, which is an astringent, right?
I thought that.
You use it as a hand sanitizer as opposed to alcohol, because alcohol opens your skin up and kills all the good bacteria, but the witch hazel actually tightens your skin up, so things won't get in. So and then the eucalyptus and the eucalyptus and the tea tree oil will kill any bacteria or viruses, so-called viruses that might be there, or any toxins or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a spray bottle full of that stuff, so I use that instead of traditional hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I think Derek told us about that sanitizer is pretty much useless, like Purell,
It's harmful too. It's harmful too. It'll strip you of your the good stuff on your skin. So, yeah.
Well, that's cool. So you guys have all these preparedness and quick survivor tips.
And peroxide. You put peroxide in there too. That's also
in the mix. In the mix,
yeah. The peroxide, it's you could drop the peroxide in your ears too.
You might want to stick with the food grade stuff.
Yeah, the food grade, yeah, of course. But yeah. All right, guys.
Cool.
What's up, DJ Vision? Barnett in the house.
Hi, DJ. DJ, you're back.
Haven't seen you in a while, DJ. Where you been?
All right, guys. I'm gonna step aside.
All right.
It's getting cold out here.
All right. All
nice
right.
seeing you again.
Appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right. Peace out.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right. So we've got lots of people coming by. Shout out to DJ Vision Barnett. I think the link's out there or whatever.
I was scroll up in the chat.
Let me see. I think we're probably good at least for another 30 minutes, 20 to 30. 20 to 30. I don't know if I'm getting... I'm noticing people that usually have like huge live streams, their live streams seem to be a little bit suppressed.
Yeah, mainstream media, they don't like the truth.
Yeah, so there's the link if anybody else wants to come on.
I did that once, and I will never do that again. I don't know why you get so lucky.
Well, I need to learn from that. I need to learn from you and DJ had something horrible that happened to him. So I got to do something else. But I'll get DJ's information. Like I'll connect with you guys another way because when I just put it out there, it's like anybody's match. Anybody or anything comes on. But yeah, I'm just I don't know. I think we've kind of, let's see. Okay, let's do this one.
Your hair looks nice.
Well, thanks. I washed it. Oh, guess who's here? And 3, 2, 1.
Hey!
What's going on, guys?
Ain't seen you in a while. Got worried.
Yeah.
Been working. Just been working and going to the range about it.
You know what? People are getting jealous. You're getting to work, and everybody, you're essential, and we're not essential.
I'm essential.
Class warfare.
Yeah, he's essential.
You're essential.
Quite ironically, I got, April 1st is when I started working again, finally. I'm like, in the middle of this? Okay.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
So, but I will say this, and I wasn't even going to mention anything. Oh, well, what's new? Crime is going up. And what Newsom says that if he doesn't get the money, I guess, from the feds, then, the first responders are going to be the first ones to go. Let me pull that up.
We gave $75 million to the illegals. Now we don't have money, so we're going to lay off the emergency workers. Another great Democrat strategy for re-electing Donald Trump.
Crazy, man. 1 second, y'all. 1 second.
He said they're the first ones to go. I'm like, how do you know that? The budget cuts. And then I think he's also like doing something with the prisoners as well. The prisoners are swapping places with the veterans at one of the veterans' homes. It's kind of crazy. Not kind of crazy, but it's real crazy. I'm thinking like Snapzilla right now. It might be time to, what do they say, bust a move.
Bust a move. Doom, doom.
I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna snap this. No. I should come up with my own StreamYard key to invite people. Let's see. I'll share this one with friends and neighbors. We're gonna share a screen. Da-da. Okay. Sacramento.
Oh wow! 2,000 people were at the rally against Newsom.
Yeah,
at the state capitol. Wow, people are getting pissed.
Okay, here we go. Here's this story. Governor Newsom pleads for federal aid. Warns first responders could be amongst the first ones to be laid off under budget cuts.
Hi, Jen. It's pretty clear that June is going to be a turning point month in California.
Yeah.
I hear an echo.
In rural parts of Northern California.
What's that?
I hear echo.
So your mic is picking it up from your speakers, and StreamYard is picking it up directly from the video. So we're getting it twice.
Okay, let me see what I can do here. I've got one too many things open here.
No, if you put in headphones, it'll fix the problem.
All right, let's just do that. And then I've got the LA rally coming up for you after that. So this is not the right headphones. Got more than one set of headphones. You know what? I've got my big headphones. I'll put those on. I don't know. But I don't want to use... Okay, I'm rambling around here. Get organized. Technical difficulties. Not cool. All right, let me just try this. I haven't used these in a while.
You need to get headphones with the little cat ears on them.
With what?
With the little cat ears on it.
Cat ears. Cat ears.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if this is going to work because I've got just too much stuff going on, or I might have to go and grab my... I have another set of headphones. Just hang tight. Hang tight. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
All right. All right. Oh, one of me. It's okay. I can hold it down.
There you go.
I think
DJ.
he's using the bathroom.
All right, I'll be right back. Don't leave town.
Never. This is my favorite place to be. Oh, good old Gavin. Gavin Newsom is like a child that's holding his breath.
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Had to get my burger off.
How has work been?
So it's been pretty busy. Busy for the most part. A lot of people getting their cars worked on right now. With these stimulus checks, more people buying cars than ever.
Really?
Yep, they just spend it all on a car, a new car, used car. Yep.
That's interesting.
Pattern right
Maybe
now.
I need to go get a car before I miss my opportunity.
Yep, even if they got a car, they're just gonna get another car, better car. Or...
Stimulus is going to be the bane of their existence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my dad runs a pawn shop, and he runs to that stuff all the time of people that can make money, but they just burn through it so fast that they're constantly pawning their stuff for no apparent reason. You know, they come in on payday, they get their stuff back, and then like a week later, they're back in the pawn shop, getting money for their stuff. It's freaking
crazy.
All right, friends. I'm earplugging up.
woohoo!
Da da da. Is that better? Wait,
Yep.
let me play the vid now. All right. Are you ready? Prepare for total domination.
Oh.
California had been approved to move faster through phase 2. Now roughly 53 counties are expected to be eligible. The question will be, will they do it, and what will it look like?
Inside
Oh my God,
Mustard's
look at that
Grill in Napa
mask.
County, Governor Newsom today announced modifications to California's stay-at-home order that could allow almost every county in the state to move faster through phase 2 if they so choose.
Roughly 53 of the 58 counties would be eligible to move into this phase.
The
that
changes,
whole
which would
monkey
allow for some
paws thing
in-person
down like
dining and other
Nancy does.
services, loosened some of the requirements that were preventing larger, more urban counties from getting state approval to go at a faster pace. For instance, counties no longer need to show 0 deaths from COVID-19 over a 2-week period.
We're really starting to focus in on the hot spots within counties, particularly in and around our skilled nursing facilities.
Newsom also said sporting events without spectators will likely start in the beginning of June. Church gatherings, he said those are likely weeks away. And what about those desperately needed haircuts?
We're within a window of a few weeks.
Some welcome good news, but for a state driven by the data, you might ask what's changed that's allowing for these modifications.
Nothing's fundamentally changed except the data continues to be stable.
The state also says over the last 14 days, California has seen a 7.5% decline in hospitalizations and an 8.7% decline in the number of ICU patients. Because ultimately, these changes will be made regionally.
Bottom line is people people can go at their own pace.
But as Newsom locally loosened some restrictions across the country in Washington, there's a growing battle over federal aid and the HEROES Act that Senate Republicans have suggested is dead on arrival. Newsom told CNN over the weekend that if California doesn't get the aid, it could mean first responders lose their jobs.
Well, I hope they'll consider this. The next time they want to salute and celebrate our heroes, our first responders, our police officers and firefighters, consider the fact that they are the first ones to be laid off by cities and counties.
Asked about those comments today, Newsom said this.
I am not here by any stretch of the imagination to suggest or even to allow the implication that somehow we're pitting one group against another. The magnitude of these budgets dominantly is personnel at the county and city levels.
The sad reality of budget cuts. Now, as for the state stay-at-home order, Newsom did not specifically say which counties he believes are not eligible to move faster, but he suggested it be places like LA, maybe San Francisco. As for counties that are eligible, it doesn't mean they are definitely going to move faster. It's up to the county health officials. Again, it comes down to that regional variance. Live in Marin, Liz Kreutz, ABC 7 News.
Oh, boy. All right, there you have it. And then I have something to help you usher in your new world order.
In the past week, both a frontline physician and an EMT took their own lives.
Oops, the medical director. Oops, I wasn't planning on bringing that to you, but let's just wait on that one.
She felt guilty about murdering a bunch of old people.
I mean, if you guys want to hear it, I need to hear 3 clicks. 3. Heads for go or tails for no. Let's just wait a second. All right, so let me share another one here. Now this is going to be for this is going to welcome to your new world, your new lifestyle, not lifestyle, but good luck.
Your new normal.
Abnormal.
The class of 2020, and all the educators, parents, friends, and mentors who helped you reach this milestone. The coronavirus has given you a graduation you will never forget, and it pushed you into an uncertain future. I urge you to embrace the challenge. The world needs you. Your country needs you. Even before the outbreak, you knew you were entering a world of growing inequalities and divisive tribalism, with people pulling away from those who are different from them. Seething resentments and a broken information system have empowered those who, for profit and power for themselves, are willing to inflame our worst instincts. It's put your future, our democracy, and our very planet at risk. In ways large and small.
Nothing. Okay, so that was about the gist of his deal. I don't know whether they snapped me on that one or not, but he was pretty much done. Are you inspired yet? I'm just thinking,
how is he still a representative of the left? How is he still a representative of the Democrats?
That's a good question. Oh, got a visitor in the house. Shout out to Newman Outdoors. How are you? He says, let them lay off the police and firefighters in California. See how fast the state turns red. What is it? Mike Garcia flipped one seat. I think somebody else might have flipped another one. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So Newman Outdoors says Clinton gave us NAFTA. Okay. So there's that. So there's something. And then here I'll cap our final story with from LA.
And you ain't black.
I'm not black.
Please. Well, I feel less lonely now.
Hang on, let me turn on the light. Hang on, hold on 1 second. 1 second, I just need to turn my lamp on here. It's getting dark in here.
I ain't black, and you ain't black.
I was turning orange. Okay.
Exactly.
You know what?
You ain't black.
I can't swim, so I'm blacker than most white people.
Okay. Here we go. Let's rock.
I'm saying you the thing. No. Like a bunch of Coca-Cola fans. Woo. All right. Support hard, man.
Man, I'm telling you, Surf City brings it.
Hard.
Cash me outside. What is that?
You can continue your event on city streets. Move back.
Go home. XP.
Oh my God.
Our strand has been shut down, our beach has been shut down, and this is paradise, and we just want it back.
I think they're bringing this old.
We just want to be able to go to our beaches. It's healthy to be outside. It's healthy to get sunshine, and we can't go to the gym. We're not working. Everybody's cooped up inside. And it's time to give us our beaches back.
Open that beach! Open that beach! Open that beach! Open that beach!
All right, guys.
Ooh. I'm inspired.
Okay. How's that for you?
I wish I could be a part of one of those things, but no, I'm in a sensible state.
I could, but I gotta go all the way out Napa this one.
Well, I'm sure there'll be some going on for the rest of the year. I mean, come on, Wesley.
Yeah, we'll have some.
Just book a flight and come on over.
I'm in a blue area.
There's plenty of room for protest.
I got a job now. Maybe I should.
Yeah, I mean, I even think I'm hearing that the Airbnbs are just renting their places out right now because I think they're not making any money. I mean, especially not this weekend when they normally would probably make money.
Oh, shit!
I was trying to figure out how to profit off that business without owning a property. They promote that. I'm trying to figure out how that works.
Have a business without owning a property? What do you mean?
To actually earn money renting out properties that you don't even own.
How would you rent out a property that you don't even own?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It was an advertisement that I had clicked on their website, and it said that's a hidden feature. I'm trying to figure out what that's about.
I think that's actually owned by a Nigerian prince, so you can trust it.
Yeah.
I remember back during the 2008 crisis when I lived in SoCal, one of the dirty things that was happening to people, there was landlords that stopped paying their mortgage, but the renters continued to pay. So one day, the authorities were knocking on the house saying, "You guys are being evicted," and the renters were saying, "What are you talking about? We've been paying our rent every month. What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, your landlord hasn't been paying, so you're being evicted.
Oh, wow, that's horrible. Yikes. Crooks.
Dirty. It's like Cuomo level dirty. telling all the healthcare workers that the out-of-state healthcare workers that came to New York to help, yeah, we're going to tax you anyway because we need the money.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. I said that was gonna be the last one, but I just one more. I just want to give you a little piece of this, just a piece of it. Let's see. So, what have you guys? Are you guys going to be doing Memorial Day celebrations or doing anything on that?
I have a cookout.
No, I was visiting my mother today. I just got back home. Hey, Mom.
So how's that device working for you?
Works pretty good. Obviously, I'm
Is it like electrodes? Is it like electrodes that it's delivering to you, or?
Well, yeah, it does use electrodes, but and one of the frequencies does donate some electrons. But this actually it connects with the body's nervous system, connects with the body's organs, because we all operate on different signals. So at night, when we go into our healing process, the way that works is our body will identify the organ by frequency, and it'll work on that organ for about 20 minutes at a time, and it just cycles through things. Well, this device recreates all those same frequencies. So it's done a lot of good for breaking up scar tissue.
Well, I still have lots of appointments to make. And it starts next week. I have some next week, and then I have another. I need to get to the chiropractor. Your recommendation.
Tell him I said hi. I missed that guy. I wish I could go out there and see him.
I will do. Give me just 1 second here. Okay, so just a bite. Just a bite of this. Not too much. Don't take too much.
Okay.
Just a bite of it, because it's, because I know the media is going to cover it up like a dirt bag. Wait a minute. What in the entire heck is going on here? Ooh.
Big Brother's on your computer.
Wait. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay. So I have to share the screen for things to happen. That's how it works.
Typically, yes.
Yep.
All right. So a little profanity coming out of New York, it's just a little. Okay, what
is going on? It just changed.
It's like also, did they snap the video?
They don't want you to get the
They're trying to stop. They're trying to keep the black woman down.
The rinse.
Trying to keep the
we
black
need to get rid of this one.
In the morning.
The man.
Here we go.
Vice President Biden, how are you today?
Good. Good to see you.
Same here. You know, I've been critical of you. I have a few things I want to talk to you about today.
I know you have.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
No, I don't. That's why I want to get to know you today.
You don't know me.
I want to talk to you about mostly black stuff. But first of all, how are you? How's your family during this
He just
quarantine?
makes it sound like
Thank
a side.
God everybody's doing well. How about you and your family?
Man, we over here blessed, black, and highly favored, man.
Well, I
No,
tell you
white
what, the
person
black
say-
lady's getting killed though.
That is very, very true. That is very
Can a
true.
black person say a white person
it's
say
a lot
that?
of right-wing media outlets. They question you. They question your cognitive.
I just
health.
want to say this to Wesley. Can you get on there and say, "Hey, I'm just white, highly favored and blessed, man"? Can you get on there and say
I'm
that?
just white and all right.
No, I don't think I can get away. I don't think I can get away with that. Like,
all right.
I'm highly favored, but I need a lot of sunblock.
They don't think everything's working upstairs. What do you say to that?
I say I can hardly wait to meet with that guy who is the stable genius.
There's nothing stable about that guy. One thing I've been critical about is I feel like you've been like MIA during this global pandemic. It's people like Governor Cuomo here in New York who have become political stars simply because we see and hear from them every day.
Is that a star?
I'm just like, I'm wondering how you're going to energize people
There,
and win a campaign from the House.
Well, I tell you what, I'm following the rules, man. Number one,
Hey,
I'm
come
keeping
on,
the rules.
man.
My governor says he doesn't
Talking
want us
to black,
out.
man.
I haven't been out. I wear my mask. I have a mask. I got Secret Service outside. I walk outside.
Get
I have
this.
it on. They get tested. And by the way, I'm beating them across the board. Over 160 million people have watched me so far on shows like yours.
Okay.
All the stuff about it hurting me. It's not hurting me. I'm winning in all those states. I'm ahead in all national polls. And the more he talks, the better off I am.
Yeah, we know polls can be illusions though. Like, you know, we looked at all the polls in 2016 too, and look what happened.
Totally different, man. 2016 is totally different. What you had
Totally
then
different,
is you had
man.
somebody who didn't know it all. They wanted to just change the system the way it was. He was the biggest change. He had no serious opposition that turned out to materialize. And so it's totally different. Right now, we're in a situation where it's like, you know, that Carney show goes through town once and you find out there's no pee under any one of those 3 shells that get pushed around. Next time it comes back, what do? Next time it comes back, you ain't playing. You got to figure it out.
Oh, I get
And
it.
let me tell you something. My community's figured it out a while ago. But here's the deal. What I have to do is I have to continue to talk about the things that matter. And the things that matter are, for example, right now there's a study out of Columbia University and the Disease Control Center up there. They pointed out that if he had listened to me and others and acted just 1 week earlier to deal with this virus, there'd be 36,000 fewer people dead. Dead. You guys are wondering what's he doing? Come on, man. Get a life. Get a life. This guy has been incredibly terrible. And what we've had is, you know, back in January, I wrote an article back, I think, at 27th of January, said this pandemic's here. We should act. Every other country that was acted around the time, got the notice around the time we did, they have considerably fewer deaths as a percent of the population. I'm the guy that said we ought to take hard records and find out exactly how many people in the Black community are getting COVID and are dying from it. And look what's happened. Now everybody's going, oh, surprise, surprise. Look, everybody knows this. We have to come back. We have to fight back. And, you know, the crisis is laying bare the institutional racism that's still prevalent in our society. And I believe we have to address it by transforming our economy, and this time bringing everybody along. And we haven't. Look, he started to undermine the pillars of his economy before. Look, the blinders, Charlemagne, in my view, have been taken off. Now people recognize that those essential workers, a disproportionate amount of them are African Americans, and they're breaking their necks, risking their lives, losing their lives. They're grocery store workers, they're bus drivers, they're delivery people, they're the people who are on the line. They're the healthcare workers who are in a position where they're taking care of the nurses. I mean, and they're making basically the minimum wage. So this time when we come back, we had to not only move this along, we not only rebuild, but we have to transform this economy. We can create millions of new jobs in transportation, energy structure. There's jobs. A job is a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about respect. It's about how you're treated. And that's how we built from the working class to the middle class. But this time we have to address the institutional racism. We've seen it more clearly now. Oh my God. In a Black majority county, they're 6 times more likely to die in the pandemic than a white county. They're disproportionately uninsured in the African American community, disproportionately make up the essential jobs that they can't do at home. They're risking their lives every day. Enough's enough. And this Biden recovery I'm going to put together will bring everybody along. We're going to build a better future, not back to what we had, but back to something better than we had.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I don't know if you saw a couple weeks ago, Sean Combs, you might know him as Diddy.
Yeah.
He said what I believe a lot of Black voters, including myself, feel, and that's that Democrats take Black voters for granted. You know, vote's a quid pro quo, right? It's not like I don't want to vote. I just want to know what candidates will do for us in exchange for our votes. The same way young progressive Latinos, the LGBT community,
Absolutely.
We want the same thing. Do you feel like Black people are owed that from the Democratic Party?
Absolutely, Bob. What did I say? Remember when they said Biden can't win the primaries?
Yes.
I kicked everybody's out.
Talk like that. I need you to say that. You did what?
I won overwhelmingly. I told you when I got to South Carolina. I won every single county. I won a larger share of the Black vote than anybody has, including Barack. I increased the vote in Virginia overwhelmingly by 70%.
Blacker than Barack now.
Look, what people don't know about me is I come from a state that's the 8th largest Black population in America. The 8th largest. I get 96% of that vote for the last 40 years. They're the folks, as they say it my way, brung me to the dance. That's how I get elected every single time. And everybody's shocked. I get overwhelming support from the Black leadership, young and old. Every poll shows me way ahead. And it's not just, I hear this, oh yeah, old Blacks are with Biden, but youngs aren't. Look at the polling data. Polling data, let's say it's off by half. Come on, man. Give me a little break here. This is where I come from. I got involved. I came home from college, and I had a job with a really fancy law firm out of law school. And my city is the only city in America occupied by the National Guard, the military, for 10 months when Dr. King was shot. And I had this fancy job, a kid coming from a lower middle income household. I quit and became a public defender. And I stayed in that community. I was the only guy when I was in high school. I had a job, a country club kind of job at a swimming pool. I was the only white employee in the East Side because I wanted to work in the projects, because I wanted to understand.
What the fuck ever?
That's how I got involved
to work in the project?
That's what this is all about.
That's a goal.
It's about
that. He
equality.
worked
It's
in the
about
project.
dignity. It's about
In
treating people
1960s?
with respect. And so, you know, when you take a look at my record, people talk about the crime bill. Crime bill didn't increase mass incarceration. Other things increased mass incarceration. And the reason why, if you go back and look, and I know you talk about it, you go back and take a look. That's why you had the vast majority of the Black caucus at the time supporting the crime bill. Almost every major city Black mayor supported the crime bill because Blacks were getting killed overwhelmingly as well. And what happened when that crime bill? It had 4 or 5 really important things. It had the Violence Against Women Act. It said drug court, don't send anybody who has a drug problem to jail, send them to rehabilitation, to a drug court. It had in it, they had the assault weapons ban, getting rid of assault weapons, getting rid of the number of rounds you could have in a gun. It also had in it a whole range of other things, but had things I didn't like. Clinton wanted to put in a deal where, in fact, 3 strikes and you're out. I opposed that 3 strikes and you're out bill. I opposed the position taken that saying that you're going to have any mandatory sentences. But on balance, the whole bill, what happened was it did, in fact, bring down violent crime in Black communities as well. And guess what? The fact is, prison population didn't increase. 94% of every prisoner in jail is in a state prison, not a federal prison, no federal law. And here's the deal. The one thing I opposed in that bill was people wanting to give money to state prisons to build more prisons. I opposed it. But the point was, on balance, everything from the assault women's ban to the violence against women ban to the drug courts, they were important. And now look what we can do. Look, I've been pushing along with my colleagues in a Black caucus in the United States Congress. We should change the entire, and I've been doing this for a while.
All right, let me fast forward. This is
Longer than anybody else for the same crime. So
You
what
ain't
happened
black.
was there was a judicial selection committee setting up that how you deal. A public defender gets, a federal public defender gets paid the same amount of money as a federal prosecutor gets paid. So you have representation. People have representation. But the bottom line is, the other piece is, I'm going to try to change, and I've laid it out. I'll send you a copy of my plan so you have it to
Lift
see
that
it.
voice.
Pardon me?
What, deliver every voice or what?
No, the plan I have is my manifesto for Black America.
Wow.
And particularly the portion of it that relates to how, in fact, we're going to deal with the prison system. If you are in prison, if you are convicted of a crime, no one should be going to jail for drug crime, period. Nobody. No matter what the crime, particularly marijuana, which makes no sense for people to go to jail.
Sell all your drugs, period.
Completely. And the reason is that, if anything, for those crimes that are actually continue to be crimes, scheduled crimes, as marijuana shouldn't be anymore, what is happening is you shouldn't go to prison. You should go to a mandatory rehabilitation. Mm-hmm. It costs less to put people in a drug rehabilitation program than it does in jail. And you have a chance. We got to give people a chance.
Well, you know, Vice President Biden, I've read some of your Black agenda. You would decriminalize marijuana. What's the difference between legalizing it and decriminalizing it?
Because they're trying to find out whether or not there is any impact on the use of marijuana, not in leading you to other drugs, but what it affects. Does it affect long-term development of the brain? And we should wait till the studies are done. I think science matters.
I think we got decades and decades of studies from actual weed smokers, though.
Yeah, I do. I know a lot of weed smokers.
I want to ask you about your running mate. I don't know if you saw. Well, I saw the day that the news report broke that Amy Klobuchar was being vetted, and a lot of people on social media, they're not too happy about that. And it's because they want your running mate to be a Black woman. I don't know if you saw the op-ed in the Washington Post by some of the leading Black women voices in this country, and they feel since Black women are a loyal voting bloc, and Black people saved your political life in the primaries this year. They have things they want from you, and one of them is a Black woman running mate. What do you say to that?
What I say to them is that I'm not acknowledging anybody who is being considered, but I guarantee you there are multiple Black women being considered.
Multiple.
You know,
Thanks so much. That's really our time. I apologize.
You can't do that to Black media.
I can't do that to white media and Black media because my wife has to go on at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Listen, you got to go see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
Here we go.
We got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't Black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my record, man. I extended my 25 years. I have a record that is second to none. The NAACP has endorsed me every time I've run. Come on. Take a look at the record.
Man.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Anyway, thanks. I will come back.
Boy.
All right.
Come on, man.
It's like he was angry or something.
He tried to pull back. He was snapping out right there. He was having a Vernon moment.
He's not used to talking to the real people.
Yeah. Come on, man. Believe what I say.
That's his action. That's his reaction for everything. When he got busted by the coal miners come on, man, I don't work for you.
Man, we all do this, man.
You trying to ban assault? You trying to take away my Second Amendment right?
Oh my!
Trying to take away your AR-14.
And now we have an AR-14. Ha! They built one just for you.
Yeah. But it's just, to me, it was just like it didn't even go well at the end. Like how do you get that out of your mouth? It didn't even match. It didn't go with anything. So he's just spouting. He's just a walking time bomb.
He's from a different era. That's why I guarantee you, most people did not get his carnival reference.
Right? What is this? A Shriners carnival? Gosh.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like somebody brought up a point. Like, say, okay, so I don't know. This is probably the bad context, but he was like, so if Black people don't really like slavery, then why are they negotiating with another master, which would be Joe Biden? So get off the plantation, man. You don't negotiate with another slave master. You just get off the plantation.
Yeah.
Stop voting for these people. So yeah, it's a parody at this point.
Mm-hmm.
DJ, did you put something down here? Because I'm going to wrap this stream up. Do you want to do this, or did you put this down?
This was the how to make money from Airbnb without owning a property.
It's called squatting.
Okay. I don't know how do you do that? Is there is that an Airbnb?
Without owning anything? And this is something that you can do without investing any money and without having any risk. So this is a nice business model if you just have time and if you're willing to work hard, and you can bring a lot of value to other people because of running this business model. So what did she do? So what she did to make $3,000 per month is she approached apartment owners who wanted to rent apartments for a long term. So they wanted to rent an apartment for 1,000 euros or dollars or whatever. Let's just use euros per month. So they wanted to rent it for $1,000 per month. And then she's coming to them and she's telling them like, hey, how about instead of renting this on like long term for 1,000 per month, you are renting this for, let's say you pocket 2,000 per month. It's double. How about that? And they're like, oh, but how does this work? Like, how do I get people to pay me double? Like, why do I get people to double my double the rent? And then she's like, yeah, just do like daily rentals via Airbnb. Don't do monthly rentals for long-term people because it's just cheaper and then the market is not as good. So they're like, all right, but I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know how it works. And then she's like, all right, don't worry. I'm just going to list everything on Airbnb for you so that you don't have to do anything and you're making more money. And then they're like, nice, good, perfect. All right, so what she's doing is she's listing all those apartments that she finds on Airbnb, and she is listing them for a higher price than they would make elsewise if they were renting this for monthly periods. Okay, so for example, if you can rent an apartment for a month on like, regular, like long-term, market, then it's $1,000. Let's just say like 1,000. Doesn't matter. Different countries, different prices. Let's just say 1,000. And then if it's Airbnb, it can be 100 per day. So it's like $3,000 per month. Of course, you don't always get like 100% of occupancy. Like not always people are booking, but let's just say you get like, $2,000 per month. 1/3 is not booking your apartment. So you get $2,000 per month. So you can give this apartment owner 500 more. So he is making like 1.5K instead of 1K, and you're making $500. And this is what she does. And then she is making $500 just for starting Airbnb accounts and getting people to book via her account. And then she is just renting this from this person who owns the apartment. From a technical perspective, the way it works is she just tells them, all right, so I start an account for you and the money goes directly to you and you pay me a commission. So it's like a sales commission kind of thing. So she has 10 apartments. So she makes $5,000 per month just because she starts Airbnb, and because she puts like nice pictures there, and because like she cleans those apartments and hands key to people who are renting this, to guests, and she makes $5,000 per month. So what she does now in order to automate this business, she is going to she went to find a cleaner and a person who's actually managing those apartments. So there is another girl going to hand keys to all 10 apartments that people are booking, and she's cleaning all of them. And another girl is making $2,000 per month. So another girl is making huge amount of money compared to what she was making before. And the one who started this is making $3,000 per month. Very easy business model. very easy to calculate, and it's very easy to convince someone who wants to rent long term to just give it to you so that you can rent on Airbnb because you make way more money. If you have any more questions, just comment below and I will answer every question personally.
That was about it. But that's it.
Okay.
I'm drinking.
Yes. Well, I will tell you, as a frequenter of, I've done Airbnb quite a few times, and they're not all created equal. Can I say that? I mean, yeah, I've stayed some really nice ones. But yeah, but some that you can kind of tell when they're not on the job, you know, when they're not really cleaning and whatnot. And that's my contribution on that. Let me shout out my people that are here and whoever's still hanging around. Shout out to the panel tonight featuring Old School.
Happy to be here.
Shout out to DJ Vision Barnett, and shout out to the ones that came earlier. Derek C. Williams, if you are still around, shout out to you, and to Snapzilla Gorilla, aka the definition of anarchy. Shout out to Chrysler Imperial H, Chaos Cutthroat, and Newman Outdoors, if you're still here. Thank you very much for coming in. Do you guys have any final thoughts on our show for tonight? This has been
Come on, man.
This is
Stay educated. Think for yourselves.
Stay free. Think for yourselves.
But you ain't black.
Or I'm not black. So yeah, that's but you know, I taught we got to get somebody to get our blackness back from Biden. You know, he's just sucking it all up right now.
Well, just paint my face white and join.
Was it Kingface did that today?
Join the videos.
All right, guys. Well, thanks everybody so much
Kingface
for
did
coming
that,
in.
and also somebody else did.
Thanks so much for coming in, and I don't know, I may have a real-time update for you tomorrow.
Peace.
Stuff. All right, good night, guys, from the live stream on Blackstream.
Night, everyone.
Peace.